Hi, you did fantastic tonight. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, what I want to know is, were you more nervous performing tonight or your initial performance when you performed?
Before,
Yes.
definitely tonight. Oh my gosh. The pressure was on. There's so many talented people on tonight. And obviously everyone was talented in the qualifiers, but now it's like they've narrowed it down and it was intense. I was like, but we just did it.
Well, you were fantastic, and as always, I'm very, very proud of you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, Ada, Leanne. How are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. You said about your song, Natalie, that it made you realize your self-worth and gave you more confidence. But I'm wondering, because of the incredible reaction you've had during your performances, what that has done for your self-worth and confidence.
I think that I've always tried to stay very, this sounds bad, but I try not to get optimistic about things just because I'm afraid I'm going to get optimistic and then I'm going to get let down. And it's not fulfilling, but definitely seeing the immense amount of support I got, like over anything, it just made me so happy that other people could relate to this feeling and people enjoyed my music because I'm such a small artist in this competition. And so for me, it was very validating and just I'm so grateful for everybody.
Well, thank you so much and all the best moving forward.
Thank you.
Ada, what are the challenges of being a young singer?
The challenges, I think personally, is you can't relate to every generation. And so when it comes on to shows like these, I think I've struggled a little bit. There's some people in the older generation that don't really like my flow. They don't really like my vibe. And it's hard, but you know, I've been able to reach out to younger artists, reach out to teenagers, and that's really what I want my fan base to be. But it has been cool to see some adults come forward and say, you know what, girl, you're 17, but I relate to you. And so, yeah.
Hey, Ada, amazing job tonight.
Thank you.
So you just competed in the quarterfinals. So what has the last week been like for you preparing for tonight?
You know, I thought it was going to be jam-packed, super busy, but you know, the day after the show, I was in interviews all day, which was cool. It was like a really big press day, but a lot of contestants were there, so I got to meet some new people. And then it was really slow, and we had just one rehearsal for the jury, and it went straight to the jury. And so it was a little nerve-wracking, but I thought I did pretty good. And then we did it today, so there hasn't been a whole lot.
Well, great job.
Thank you.
Hi.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Sammy.
Hi, Sammy. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, it's great to speak with you again. Now, 2 times you got, that you won. Tell me about that and how you felt, how you feel right now, knowing how much America loves you.
Well, it's shocking because there's so much incredible talent on the show. God, Jordan Knight's song and his performance is nuts. Houston from Rhode Island, like my new favorite tune is New Boot Goofing. Alexa with the fall, like come on. To get past is it's shocking. It's just shocking, but I'm very grateful and stoked.
Well, I'm incredibly proud of you. Congratulations and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Ellen, hey, Hillary Atkin, congratulations on making it into the grand finale.
Thank you, Hillary. Bless you.
Thank you. You've gotten such an amazing reaction from Snoop. I mean, he's kind of beside himself about you. I want to ask you 2 questions, how that makes you feel, and also talk more about being a father and how that has inspired your songwriting.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, one, getting the hat tip from Snoop D-O-double-G, Long Beach's finest is, that's like anybody on this Zoom call would be thrilled at that. He's America's finest, and he's a legend in the industry. And yeah, writing music that he finds cool is it's a nice little feather in my cap. And being a dad it's the greatest gig I've ever had. I've played, thousands of shows, and I've got to sing with my idols. Becoming a dad has been the best of all of them. And it's actually allowed me to focus more on songwriting, more intentional about it, because as anybody with kids knows, time becomes sparse whenever you have children. And so songwriting has been, I've been a lot more focused on it, and seemingly we're starting to get some good results. So I'm excited.
Thank you, Alan. I look forward to seeing your next performance. Congratulations.
Really appreciate you. Thanks for your kindness.
Alan, what do other people in your life think of your song?
Well, seemingly my wife loves the tune. I wrote the tune shortly after my wife gave birth to our firstborn son. And becoming a father sort of changed my perspective on human beings and human relationship, and how we're all just a bunch of stuff put together, a bunch of good and bad and joy and pain, and it's what direction we choose to head towards that that really lends us to where we're headed. Thank you guys. I apologize so much. My wife's here and she's 7 months pregnant, and I gotta go. I love y'all. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the finals. Peace. See if anyone can hear me. Okay. Hi.
Hillary, are you ready?
Oh yeah, sorry, I guess I'm first. Hey Jared, how are you doing?
I'm good. We are fresh off the stage, so we still got like the show buzz, but doing well.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what was a buzz is for you to get that word from Donnie Wahlberg. Can you talk about more about the new kids and that legacy in Massachusetts?
I mean, they're Massachusetts royalty, 100%. They still, have massive concerts around the world, and I know they have a really special one at Fenway Park. But I grew up hearing about, the new kids and seeing the crowds outside their homes and just wondering what was going on behind the scenes, because one of their producers also lived in Brookline, which is a town I grew up in. So just incredible full circle moment, obviously, to have that message from Donnie. And I also got to write 2 songs for the new kids on past albums. So pretty special just to have that and have the support.
Well, your song is very special too. I loved it. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I just
Hi.
want to say congratulations. I'm incredibly proud of you. You did great tonight.
Thank you so much.
Of course, my question for you is, what was harder, performing tonight or your initial performance in the beginning of the season?
I think probably the initial one tonight. I think I was just focusing on giving my performance some growth, whereas the first time there was a new stage, a new environment, there was zero validation for the performance. And, I'm kind of like, people like the song, but having so many incredibly supportive comments and just spending time on that stage and getting to know it and getting a little more comfortable was helpful, bringing that into tonight. So I was definitely still nervous tonight and, had the jitters, but that good excited energy. But I definitely feel, I felt more comfortable up there tonight and kind of ready to give another dose of the performance. So that was really fun for me.
Well, you did incredible. Again, I'm so proud of you and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Jared. I have to echo everybody else. Amazing job tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you had a little bit of a break after your first performance. So what has the time in between then until tonight been like for you?
I really didn't kind of move away from the mindset of the show, just because it's, it's intensive in the sense that you focus on a goal and you're still kind of in it and hearing if you're continuing on in the show and all those things. So I stayed really attached to it. I just worked on my performance and wanted to stay fresh. So I was constantly rehearsing and going through the song and just getting feedback, like constructive feedback that I could apply to the next performance. But I stayed pretty connected to the experience and didn't really go off and do too many other things since I was in it, you know.
Awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
Jared, here
Yes.
I ask, what's the most shameless thing that you have done that you're comfortable sharing?
There's a lot of things. I mean, for me, it's you know, in my own like relationship, I talk a lot about relationships in the song, and I've definitely dealt with that and have adapted that mindset in my current relationship. So that's one thing. But Shameless is also, to me, I talk about this. It's about a mindset in life. It's about a fearlessness and vulnerability and kind of jumping out of your comfort zone into a new place and discovering the beautiful things that can happen when you do that. So I'm doing that often in my life. I did it with this experience, you know, here on the stage, just trying to put everything out there. It's being vulnerable, you know, it's intimidating, but so I do it in my career and try to do it with other things too. And in any relationships that might not be even, you know, with like in love, just with your friendships, just kind of, you know, commit to a new state of mind and just seeing the great things that can come from getting out of your comfort zone. So,
Hello, Jared. How are you?
how are you? I
I'm
like
great.
your jacket. The
Thank
red
you.
leather.
Personal favorite. I want to say that I really enjoyed your show. I know your performance, and I know your performance had a lot to do with water. Like you were surrounded by water, surrounding on top, standing on top of. And you had one of the things that you said was about your song was about driving into the unknown. So how does that tie in with the symbolism with water and that element?
Well, I mean, it's I guess with water, it's kind of literal. Like we often dive into water, right? So you dive into uncharted waters and uncharted territory. So it's kind of that for me. Like water's, in addition to being around a lot of the places where I've lived and having meaning to me in my life, it's the most common place where you can dive into and kind of not know what's on the bottom or around you. And that I think is bigger picture in what I'm talking about in my song. So it was nice to kind of tie those things into each other, you know. Swimming in emotions too. I kept it there in that lyric as well, just kind of like diving into the unknown and then swimming in these new emotions. So
Awesome. Wonderful job.
thank you so much. All right. See you guys.
How are you?
So good. How are you?
I'm great and wonderful. Just want to say your performance was beautiful tonight. And I know that so many people have been touched by your music and your songs. And a lot of people have said that your music and your song changed so many of their lives. And how does that feel? And how do you think that will reflect in your going forward in your songwriting?
To me, that's the most important thing. That's what music is all about. I've always said that music connects us to each other and it connects us to God. And so to hear that people are experiencing that connection, they're feeling that uplifting, that encouraging feeling whenever they listen to the music, that's all I can ask for. And it makes doing something like this so worth it. You know, it doesn't matter where my name falls on the list at the end of the day, where I stand in the finals, but it just matters that I had the platform and the opportunity to inspire people. And I hope to continue doing that through songwriting, that which I love, through performing, and just everything I do. That's my goal, is to uplift and inspire.
And I know that you do that constantly. So thank you so much, Jordan. Great night. You have a great job tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, I just want to piggyback on what she was saying. You're inspirational. You did a great job tonight. My question
Thank
for
you.
you is, what was more difficult, your initial performance on the show or performing tonight?
I would have to say the initial performance in the qualifier round was probably more difficult because we had no idea what to expect. It's a brand new show. We're stepping out of the stage. We were the second episode, so the second time it had ever been done. And you know, it's just totally unknown. You're stepping into something that hasn't been done before. So there was definitely a lot of nerves around that. We didn't know exactly what to expect, and so I think that performance felt a little more intense and a little more, I felt like the stakes were really high. Now moving forward to this, you're feeling more at home on the stage. You've gotten to know the other contestants and the other artists. You begin to realize that this is just about lifting each other and featuring the incredible music that comes from all across our country. And it starts to feel like less of a competition and more like a showcase or an award show. It's really special how you can sit and enjoy all these different types of music in one night. And so tonight I wasn't really as nervous. Of course, the stakes are higher, and it's the next round of the competition, and we want to make it to the finals. But I was definitely a little more at ease knowing that I had the support of so many of my fans, my family and friends, and then of the other artists as well.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations. And as always, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Hey, Jordan, Hillary Atkin, great to see you again.
Hillary, how are you?
Fantastic. Jordan, I'm going to echo what everyone else is saying, but it was an incredible performance of Sparrow tonight. I love the backstory of how that song, as you said, came through you. And I do want to ask you a couple questions about tonight's production, especially because you led off the show. What was that like? And also, they kept cutting to you for the results of the jury and the state's voting. What is that like? Are you getting butterflies? Is your heart starting to beat? I mean, you're still on top of the leaderboard, but what are you feeling when that happens live?
Yeah, that was definitely a part of tonight that I was sort of dreading, was knowing that my name would be up on that screen first and everyone would be sort of compared to that throughout the night. I knew I would do some moving around. I just looked around at the sheer talent that was on the stage and I was like, there's no way I'm staying at the top of that list. But I was very, very fortunate to stay at least near the top. And yeah, it was a little bit nerve wracking, but this is all about the experience. This is all about showcasing music from across the country. So I'm grateful still for the opportunity.
Well, I know you said you weren't as nervous, but you were the show opener tonight. So how did that feel for you?
Yeah, opening the show is definitely an interesting spot. Fortunately, they do a really great job of warming up the audience before we ever take the stage. And so everyone was excited to be there and the room already had an incredible energy. But it was nice to sort of get it out of the way in the beginning and then just be able to enjoy the rest of the show. The special thing about this show is it's really fun to see the staging, to see everyone have their moment up there. And it doesn't feel at all like a competition or like, I'm just waiting for my turn. It's very much like you're at a concert of all your favorite artists. And so it was nice to get that over with and just be able to sit back and enjoy the rest of the night.
Well, thank you, Jordan. And you've inspired me to go get some KFC for dinner tonight.
Do it.
I will. Thank you.
Hey, Jordan, amazing job tonight to start out the night.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you mentioned you did week 2. You've had a few weeks between performances. What has the time been like for you waiting till you came back tonight?
It's been interesting. I spent a lot of that time at home. I got to go back home to Kentucky. And of course, there's been communication on what the stage is going to look like this round, how the performance is going to be bigger and better. And I've been doing interviews like this and sort of been in the thick of it for part of that time. And then for the other part of the time, it's been me at home with my wife and our dog, just enjoying life. And watching this show every week. So it's been a really cool dynamic to leave this place where I'm representing Kentucky and I'm, having these like big epic performances on stage and then go back to Kentucky, the place where I love so much, and get to spend time there and spend my life there. It's been really special to have that sort of, those moments where I get to do that, but then go back to real life at home and enjoy time with my family as well.
Well, it was great to see you back on the stage tonight.
Thanks so much.
Jordan, what does the song Sparrow mean to you?
For me, I think the song Sparrow is a reminder that sometimes we feel small, we may feel insignificant, we may feel overlooked, but we all still have this special ability to rise. Just like the sparrow, it's small, it's fragile, but it still has this remarkable ability to fly in the sky. And so I just wanted this song to be a message that lifts people and gives people hope after the last couple of years with all of the craziness and chaos that we've experienced. I wanted it to inspire the people of Kentucky who may come from a small town or may come from an unexpected place, but are still, are still hold this capacity for such greatness and to do such amazing things. So I really wanted it to be a song of inspiration and hope for people like me. And I think we're good. Thanks, guys.
Perfect. What up, everybody?
Hey, Houston, Hillary Atkin, great to see you again.
Great to see you again, too. How are you?
Wonderful. I love the performance tonight of Held On Too Long. And you had said that the song is resonating with people and your job there is done, but it actually isn't on the show, Houston. So talk about what's next moving forward and how you're preparing for it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way I'm moving forward is just being me. I'm gonna continue to make music. I'm gonna continue to do me. And I'm gonna continue to be creative and just let life happen. You know, by doing that, that's how I got this opportunity. It's just letting things happen. You know, but ain't nothing ever gonna stop me from making music and being real. If that's if the TV show kicked me off and gets me out of here, I don't care. I'm still gonna be me. There ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna change that. So I'm gonna continue to write music and do me. So stay tuned.
Well, I hope that you will be continuing on this show, but I understand what you're saying. I can't wait to hear more music from you.
Right.
So congratulations to you.
Thank you. Well, after the show, I got a bunch of music coming, so don't worry. There's a lot. So as long as you stay a fan, make sure you all follow me at I Am Houston on all the social media platforms. Check me out on Spotify, just Houston. Check me out on all streaming platforms, just Houston, and that's it. Just keep it up.
Already done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, great job tonight. You did fantastic. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. What I want to know is what was more nerve-wracking for you, performing tonight or performing your initial performance?
I would say the initial one. The initial one. Yeah, the initial one. I would say I was just not used to being on like TV like that. And don't get me wrong, tonight was pretty nerve-wracking. Because Alan Stone smashed it out of the park, man. That song is so good. But also, I'm just such a fan of music, and I love Alan. That is like, as a fan, I'm just like sitting there vibing to his music, and I'm just like in awe. I'm like, this is amazing. So he like he got me like fueled up to kind of perform better. I feel like I performed better because I got to like get his energy and his vibes and his feelings and just be able to go out there and raise the bar because he's just so good. You know what I mean? So that to me felt a little bit easier than like my first time being on television, my first time, singing in front of Snoop and Kelly. And, it was very new, it was very fresh. That was definitely a lot scarier than this time. I feel really at home in this episode.
Well, we're going to see a lot more of you on TV, I think, because you're fantastic and congratulations. And I'm really proud.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Houston, how does it feel to know that you're reaching people through your music?
Man, that's the best part. That's the best part. All the flashy lights and all this stuff, man, it's cool, but there's nothing better than just being able to make a song and have somebody feel it, and just to have somebody really just come up to you and tell you like, hey man, that thing changed my life. That made my day better. That helped me out. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's that's what my mom always taught me. You know what I mean? It's just to do it for the right reasons. Be you. Don't ever be somebody you're not. And do it because it's in your heart. So that is the best feeling about all of this, is to know that my music is touching people. So I really appreciate that question. And honestly, that question kind of hit me in my heart. Um, so thank you.
Hi, Houston. Thank you for what you just said. It really speaks to me. When authenticity is so important to you, do you feel like for this performance and especially through your path as a musician, that your authenticity has even grown and become more impactful with each performance?
Yeah, I do. I feel like I had some opportunities to make it bigger and flashier, and I did not do that. I told them, no, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm gonna do this. This is me. This is the feeling. It's vulnerable. And it puts literally the meaning of the song. It makes it real. You know, being able to just sit on a stool and to just pour my heart out. You know, it's about the song. You know, at the end of the day, this isn't the American performance contest, it's American song contest. You know, so to me, it's about the song, and it's about portraying that, nurturing that, letting that be the nucleus of everything. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. I don't know. I'm just grateful that, you know, my mom was here tonight. I was grateful to play for her, you know, and have her hear me and just be there. Like, I'm good if I get booted off the show at this point. It don't matter to me. That to me is enough. I'll continue to make my music. One day I'm gonna buy her a house with this thing, and you know, that's really that's all I want to do. Take care of my kids, take care of my mom, take care of my family, and take care of people, and just continue to make great music. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Thank you, Houston. Your authenticity definitely shines through. So great job tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I got to get out of here. Thank y'all. Hey, I love all of you, and I appreciate every one of you for your time. Thank you so much.
Don't yell at. Let me get my bolo right. Get it right. Get it tight. I haven't seen myself in a minute. I was sweating up there. Oh, what's up,
Ryan,
everybody?
what are your favorite hip hop jams?
We're out here.
Ryan, what are your favorite hip hop jams?
My favorite hip hop jams, they gotta be Lil Wayne jams. I grew, you know, like my whole passion to become like a rapper came from the Carter, Lil Wayne. Like that was the first thing I got in Wyoming was his CD, and I fell in love with it and went from there.
Hi, great job tonight. Really proud of you.
Hey, thank you.
My question for you is, what was going through your mind when you found out you were coming back to the show?
It was overwhelming. It's cool because you kind of like, you know, after you get, you know, you're done with the show and you're like, well, you know, it's a bummer. I don't get to do it again. And then they bring you back and you're like, okay, I'm running this thing back. And it's a lot of excitement. It's a lot of love because of like how they choose who gets to come back is based off like, you know, America enjoying the song and like streaming it and playing it. So it's just, I mean, it meant the world to me and it was just awesome.
Well, I'm happy that you're back and I'm incredibly proud of you. Best of luck.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hey, Ryan, Hillary Atkin, great to see you back on the show and tonight.
Thank you.
I know your song's all about the boots, but I cannot help but commenting on your incredible costume, which I love. Complete cowboy right in there. Tonight. So
sorry.
Talk to us a little bit about how you bring Western elements to hip hop, in addition to this great song.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I kind of bring the Wyoming, like, you know, obviously hip hop's not a lot of, I mean, in Wyoming, there's not a lot of hip hop. So like, I kind of bring that Wyoming vibe to this, you know, this other genre of hip hop where it's, you know, never really been done, I would say. Just like country songs and stuff like that. Like I just try to blend that together and then do this hip hop that I love and tell these stories and these lyrics that, you know, I grew up with, and that's just who I am, with the Wyoming vibe and the Western vibe to it.
Well, I'm loving the blend. Congratulations. And I'm so happy to see you back on the show.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Hey Ryan, great to see you back on American Song
What's
Contest.
going on? Good to see you.
So we had you in week 1. You've been in all the commercials on NBC. So what have the weeks between week 1 and this performance been like for you?
I mean, they've been amazing. It's just people hitting me up like left and right, people that I know, people that I don't know, that are new fans, just hit me up and saying, saying they loved it, and then sending me videos of them like new boo goofing. It's just, I mean, it's hard to explain. It's just amazing, and it means the world to me.
Well, great job again.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, what's up? It's Aries from Urban Bridges. I really enjoyed your performance tonight. Real good job.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm sorry. Give me
I
one
can't
moment.
hear the audio's a little quiet. Sorry.
Yeah, my end too. Give me one moment. All right. Is this better?
Oh yeah, I got you now.
All right, real good. Well, again, enjoyed the performance. Real good job. But I have to ask you, you got so much swag. Where did your inspiration come from as far as artists that you looked up to?
It's not swag, my man. It's twang, buddy.
There you go.
You gotta stay twanged out. It's just growing up in Wyoming, like, the whole Western culture and like country culture and the vibe is just what I bring to my whole thing. And I go a little, I have the turquoise rings and the bolo and the whole deal. And it's just, it just comes from like growing up in that whole atmosphere with the boots, the hat, the whole fit. So that's just where, I bring it to the stage with me.
Oh yeah, you're doing good. It's real good performance. Best of luck to you, man.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Hi, Ryan. This is Rashida. I really enjoyed your performance.
Let's go. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. I just wanted to ask you, as a musician, you take Western music and it was blended with hip hop. Were there any, as you came to form this craft, were there any of the Western genre that you had to let go of as you blended the hip hop element to your music?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry. It's cut.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You said
as you blend the Western element of music to the hip hop, were there any elements of the Western or hip hop elements that you had to let go of in order to form your craft of blending successfully hip hop with Western music?
I still got pieces of that, but I think just to answer your question, I think I heard little bits and pieces. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, just bringing anything together like that that's totally different. Like Western and hip hop are two different things, and like bringing something like that together, like it's I've been doing this for a while now, and like finally to get to this point where people like they're like, this is so cool, it's so different, and to see them love it, that's what I did it for, and to bring these two worlds together and make something brand new that everybody can enjoy, and like to start to see them enjoy it, it's meant the world to me. So I hope that answered your question. Sorry, I got like little.
It's okay. Technical difficulties. A beautiful explanation. Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. You did fantastic tonight. Really proud. My question for you tonight is, what was more difficult for you, performing your initial performance or performing your second performance?
Sorry. Ask the first part of the question again.
Sure. What was more difficult or made you more nervous, performing the first time on the show or performing tonight?
I think performing the first time on the show was not more difficult, but a little bit more nerve-wracking. Coming around the second time was so much more fun. I was relaxed, and I knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't have to question anything or be nervous about anything. So this second time performing was just the most fun I've had on stage. It's just kind of that nice little groove in the song. So I had a great time.
Well, you did amazing. Again, very proud and good luck.
Thank you.
Jonah Hillary Atkin, great job tonight. Love the performance. Fired up. Obviously, it was so hot in there that you had to take off the jacket.
I had to do a little bit of this.
And now you're taking off the hat. So, was there anything different about how you prepared for this performance, since you were probably much more comfortable with the production and the show and the staging and everything than for your original?
You know, as far as preparation for the performances, there wasn't anything different other than just spending more time on this performance and making sure I knew exactly what I was doing, which at the same time wasn't much more than what I did the first time. So that preparation was just a little bit more mental and reassuring, reassuring myself that I'm confident, I know what I'm doing on stage, and I do. And so it's just those little mental notes to yourself that really went.
Well, just taking it back off stage for a second, I was kind of entranced with your truck, Betty White. So can you tell us a little more?
Oh man, more about the truck? More about the
Yeah.
truck? I mean, I've had that truck for, 2 years now. And before that truck, I had, a POS, one of those trucks that like, you don't know if it's going to make it down the road. And, was doing pretty well and decided to get myself a nice truck. And that truck on the lot was the one that called out to me. And I knew it was just Betty White, the truck.
Well, that's perfect. And so is your song. Congratulations to you,
Thank you so
Jonah.
much. Thank you.
Jonah, what do you like about country music?
I love everything about country music. Country music has such a wide range of, it can be slow melodic and a ballad, or it can be, a song like Fire It Up, where you're kind of, getting in the groove and vibing and just having a great song where you can roll down the window on a hot summer day. Everything about country music is so diverse, and that's what I love about it.
I'm great. I loved your performance. Very amazing, very powerful. I just wanted to ask you, your music tonight was heavily focused on Alice in Wonderland. What are some of your favorite parts about the story of Alice in Wonderland that you've incorporated into your performance?
I think honestly, it's just, getting lost in somewhere and then finding a way out of it, like on your own. Yes, with help from others, but at the end of the day, it was Alice's Wonderland. She was getting caught in her own fantasy. And I feel like that kind of in a reflection of problem solving and being able to work through your own struggles in life is something very important.
Awesome job. And Alice in Wonderland is always a personal favorite. So great job today.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hi, congratulations. You did fantastic tonight. My question for you is, you did so well tonight. Your first performance was incredible. How are you going to top all of this?
As you saw tonight, I got to be elevated on aerial silks at the very beginning, and we have this light up outfit going on. Yeah, it doesn't read on camera. But, hopefully if I make it to the finals in advance, we can show an even more fiery stage presence and just show you a more evolved version of Wonderland.
Well, you're incredible. I'm so proud. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Alexa. Hillary Atkin. Great to see you again tonight.
Good to see you again.
Your performance, the choreography, the costumes, it was award worthy. Award show worthy. I could see that on an award show. So congratulations. And, you topped your original performance, but you had the same incredible ending. But can you talk to us about the differences in preparing for this one compared to your first performance on the show?
Yes, I'm not quite sure how much I'm allowed to speak about behind the scenes things, but preparation time was definitely a little bit shorter. And so learning the stunts and executing them we only had one opportunity before the live stages happened to try it out on stage. So a little bit of a time lesser of, wow, English is so hard sometimes. Time cut off. But other than that, we still have the wonderful team of support, hair, makeup, wardrobe, the tech crew, and everything that was with us in the first round.
Well, all your preparation paid off. It was just such an incredible performance. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Hillary. I appreciate it.
Hey, Alexa, amazing job tonight.
Thank you very much.
So after your first performance, Snoop called K-pop a guilty pleasure. You've been in all of these commercials on NBC. So what does it mean to you to bring your K-pop genre to an audience who might not all be terribly familiar with it?
I mean, nowadays, K-pop is becoming such like a worldwide known genre. However, of course, like with anything in the world, there are some people that might not be aware of it. But you know, being able to come out of Oklahoma, represent my state, and also the K-pop community, it just makes me so happy to show like the different facets and like cultural diversity that America has as a whole, and what can come out of Oklahoma. So I guess it's just kind of a bit of a weight on the shoulders, but it's definitely something that makes me very happy and prideful.
Well, it's been so much fun to have you on the show. So great job again tonight.
Alexa, are you inspired by any K-pop artists?
There are quite a few to name, but I think just to cut it short, I'll name just like two. For example, there's another female soloist. Her name is Hyuna, and she has been an inspiration for me for so many years. And then there's a male solo artist. His name is Taemin. He's an incredible dancer, amazing stage presence. And those two have very much so been influential on my career. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
Hello, Mari. You look amazing.
Wow. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you. And you?
I'm wonderful. I was just so energized by your performance. I have to ask, how has your performance tonight really embodied who you are and where you've come from?
Yeah, so honestly, even just coming from New Hampshire, and I always say small state, big heart, literally I've come from like the most humble places from the world, and you couldn't tell because I know I'm so gaudy and fabulous and fun, but even tonight being here and elevating the performance, being on a riser and being in this gear and having my beautiful daughter in the audience, it's just like, wow.
It's awesome. Well, awesome job tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, great job tonight. And I want to echo that you look incredible. I love the outfit.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. So your song reminded me of something you would hear in a graduation or motivational speaking or something like that. Do you see your song maybe being played at proms, graduations, anything like that?
You know, absolutely. From that, and I've honestly gotten people being like, I feel like this could be a Disney's theme song, Pixar, World Cup. Like, it's just such an anthem and it's so inspiring. And I've been just getting it honestly from my state and through America and across the globe. So it's just awesome that it's touching that many people.
Well, it's already on my playlist for running, and I plan on singing it to my goddaughter on her first birthday. So you inspired me.
Really? That is the best thing I have ever heard. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course. Very proud of you, girl. Good luck.
Oh, thank you, beauty.
Hey, Mari, Hillary Atkin, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, girl, how are you? I'm amazing.
Good. Well, you know, your song, the message behind it of being a warrior and being a fighter. And by the way, you're winning. You're winning those battles. But the fact that you shared some really personal stuff about your family, I think so many people can relate to that. But I want to talk about the good thing. You know, I'm talking about kind of the bad stuff that you shared, and it really touched me because, again, I feel many people in the audience can relate. But talk about the inspiration that your daughter has been, and it also was fun to see her in the audience with you.
Absolutely. Like, I super choked up in the interview. I've never done something like that before, but just seeing her video and seeing her support and everything. And then honestly, having her there in person, I thought I would well up again, but she gave me so much strength, like between the garb and the audience and the roars, and then looking out and just seeing her in a sea of people. She was the only thing that I saw, and it just gave me so much strength, and I felt like a fighter, and I felt like a queen because of her.
Well, your focus really, really showed. And again, your song is very inspirational. I want to wish you all the best moving forward, Mari.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, Mari, it's Aries from Urban Bridges, echoing everybody else. Great song. Love your performance tonight, as usual. You look great.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem. I have to ask you, because I love the music that you presented. How would you describe your style of music?
My style of music is honestly actually reggaeton music. I'm half Puerto Rican, but I decided to do this song for the show because, like I mentioned before, I just feel like it's been a personal moment, and I wanted to share my story and my journey. And I honestly felt like this one's for me this time around. So I would say for this show, it's anthem, it's ballad.
Yeah, real good. Loved it. Well, again, continued success. Looking forward to what you do next.
Thank you so much.
Mari, was there anything specific that got you in the mood to write such an inspirational song?
Yes, life, the journey. It has been really a wild ride. I shared a little bit on my interview growing up with abuse and then physical abuse, emotional abuse and everything. And I just felt like a lot of people can relate to this song because they've all gone through so much. And I feel like mission accomplished. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Bye.
I look so like Dancing with the Stars right now. Seriously, like I'm just gonna be like.
All right, step up a little bit for me, please.
Okay.
Just know the mic's right here.
Gotcha.
They're all lined up.
Check, check. How you doing?
Good. How are you? You look fantastic. You did fantastic tonight. I'm so proud.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So your performance reminded me of a combination of Dancing with the Stars, Glee, and all your other stuff all rolled into one. Was that an inspiration for tonight's performance?
I definitely was pulling from my Dancing with the Stars experience, you know, busting out the salsa moves, little samba grooves there. Yeah, maybe we'll have to throw some step touches in for a little Glee nod sometime.
Very nice. And thank you for the margarita recipe. Going to be making some tomorrow.
Nice. There's to be honest, there's gonna be better margarita recipes on my Instagram.
Checking it out. Checking it out. Thank you so much. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Hey, Riker, Hillary Atkin, great performance tonight.
Thank you so
You had
much.
mentioned before that Denver means energy, and that performance was filled with so much energy, including you stage diving into the crowd, the confetti at the end. It reminded me of someone who's won a competition. So, which could happen, right?
Maybe,
but
maybe.
How are you feeling about it? And what are your plans moving forward for the rest of this show, no matter what happens?
I felt great about my performance. It was so fun. You know, any opportunity to perform anytime is I take it in and I enjoy it to whatever it has to offer. You know, anytime, any opportunity to perform is a good opportunity. And tonight was kind of crazy. The energy was amazing. I actually got some confetti in my mouth on the last chorus. So if you look closely, I literally have to like throw it out of my mouth. It was kind of nasty. But, you know, we made it through. It's live television, so you got to power through. But, you know, who knows what's going to happen. I'm grateful to be part of this show. You know, I was grateful to be part of the qualifiers. Now to make it to semifinals and perform again, that was incredible. If I make it to the finals, you know, that would just be simply amazing. So I hope I get voted in. Apparently the jury doesn't really like me very much, but you know, we'll see what America has to say about those votes. So hopefully I make it in.
Well, let me just ask you, because you mentioned the jury, what is it like when they show you and the other artists live when they're revealing the results from both the jury and the states? Is that kind of like butterflies or heart pounding?
Yeah, a little bit. It's sort of like, okay, here's, you know, and then tonight I just kind of like just kept moving down the list. So it was a little bit like, oh, okay, you can start learning the jury's taste, really, is that's all it is. It's all subjective. We can make jokes about it, or, you know, I'm not like offended or anything, but it's just taste. It's all subjective. It's art. So everybody's going to have a different preference, and the jury just clearly has a specific preference. That's all it really is. But, you know, we got to see big numbers from America's voting, and I was top of that. So that was cool. That's where the votes really, really count. So I was excited to see that.
Well, Riker, I love the energy you bring to this show, and I want to wish you all the best moving forward.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Hi, Riker. This is Rashida Ashley. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm great. I did definitely have to piggyback off of what Hillary said. It was very energetic tonight. To ask, You know, what did you love, and what was some of the challenging things that came about as you figured out how to amplify your performance for tonight?
I loved everything about my performance from the first time we did it. So it was like, I don't really want to change anything. It was just sort of like, how can we take a step forward? How can we raise the bar a little bit? Because in that first episode, we brought everything. You know, we had confetti, lasers, pyro, incredible stage. I had the whole band with me. So it was like, I did the stage dive. I went into the crowd. It was like, we want to keep all that. How do we raise the bar? And with the creative team, we were like, let's do a little more dancing. Let's bring the dancers out. We'll do a little routine. You know, we kept it simple, because the challenging part of that song is it's pretty up there in my range, and it's fast. You know, it's very high energy, so I really got to bring it. So it's the most challenging part for me is just having breath support and supporting through those vocals, and just coming out with a strong vocal and trying to keep that energy throughout the whole 3 minutes or whatever it is.
Right. Well, you did that and beyond. So great job tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love your
Riker,
jacket, by the way. That's
what's
really
your
cool.
motivation for wanting to spread joy? Riker, what's your motivation for wanting to spread joy?
My motivation for wanting to spread joy, I just think the world needs more of that. I think the world needs more love, more positivity, more positive emotions. I think it's so easy for people, and myself included, you can just get caught in a downward spiral, and it just kind of just trickles down, and you go farther and farther. It's hard to get out of that, and I think if I can lift one person out of that downward spiral and get them into an upward spiral, I think that would be mission accomplished. All good? Yeah. Thank you, guys. See you next time, hopefully.
Thanks, everyone. That was it.
Thank you.